beautiful people. Welcome back. If you're new, my name is Georgia. Welcome. So we are in a new season of Belle Collective. We're going to do a recap of season 4, episode 1, titled Belle Biv De Rodeo. So first of all, we have So Gucci and LeTisha. They're meeting up in a cowboy boot store. We have So Gucci inviting LeTisha as well as the other ladies to go to the rodeo with them. And they are looking to get new boots. Tisha said that she have boots, but she just need a new pair because she does a lot of speaking in certain engagements, and some of them having to do with the Western theme, and so she already have boots, but she could always use a new pair. So now we are also discussion where we had the season 3 ended, where the ladies had the panel discussion, the Empowerment Brunch, and we had Latrice talking about who on earth, or could use another word, wants to work a 9 to 5. They said she was in there dropping the F-bomb constantly on the panel, and she was in her drinks a little bit too much. So Gucci actually wanted to talk to LeTisha about that, sorry, and to make sure that she hold LeTisha accountable, because she can't be doing stuff like that. She was saying that, there's a lot of people in that room that work 9 to 5 and they were offended by it and we're talking about it. So LeTisha needed to have a conversation with Latrice regarding that. So, they flirted with the guy who was helping them with the boots. They got their boots and they were out of there, ready for the rodeo. So now we have Marie and Essie at the office. They are planning an event. They're planning gala for Lupus Gala, and Essie was asking, are we gonna sponsor the entire event, or are we just gonna sell tickets or whatever? So Marie was like, no, let's go ahead and sponsor the entire event, because as you guys know, Marie has lupus, and it's an autoimmune disease. As she explained, there is no cure for it, but they're making strides daily, making strides gradually to try and find a cure. So she wants to be really involved in this event. Then we have LeTisha stops by, and we're finding out how LeTisha is working with Marie and Hamilton Enterprises. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but she's finding properties for them to build more or renovate and make into adult living facilities. And she came by to tell Marie and Essie about it. She said they've already closed one deal. They have a contractor working. Marie is very happy with the contractor that they're working with. Everything they asked for is getting done, so they're very happy about that. And she wants them to see another facility that they could consider. But before she makes an offer on it, she wants them to actually drive over and see it. So before they leave the office, Essie pulls out her phone and she's like, you need to know that Latrice is out here doing interviews, and she is saying some stuff that I don't think you're going to like. So LeTisha was like, what? Let me see. So when she watches the video, we have Latrice giving an interview saying that she is not friends with any of the ladies that she's filming with, that they are just co-workers, they are putting on for the camera, and her real friends are off camera. So that kind of took LeTisha aback, and I'm sure Marie put Essie up to that, because Marie and Latrice do not get along. Marie feels that Latrice is an opportunist and she does not really care for her. She tried to take down her business a couple of seasons ago by putting people up to saying stuff about how her business was run and that she was doing fraud and stuff like that, and that really took on a turn for the worse, because as you know, Marie is subsidized by the government in some way, and for them to come in and do an investigation and turn her business upside down, that would not have looked good. So she said thankfully that didn't happen, because she knows she keeps her stuff up to date, and they can audit from behind the scenes. So now we have Essie showing LeTisha the video of Latrice saying that she's just co-workers, and LeTisha was like, well, that kind of hurt my feelings, because here I am having a huge fight with one of my good friends, trying to get this girl, on the good track and be good with everybody. And for her, she's just looking at me as a co-worker. She's like, all right, you know what? We're going to talk about it. But at this point, girl, let's go look at this building to see how we can make get it going and get it up and running for the needs of the community. So let's go. So that was that scene with the three ladies. We have Tambra and Latrice meeting up for drinks. Of course, Latrice gets her Remy and Sprite. She loves her Remy. She tells us that on screen. She loves her Remy. Tambra is like, she only wants a bottle of water. Latrice is like, girl, one day you're going to have to drink with me because this is a safe space, We're not going to get you sloshed and get you talking about stuff that you don't need to be. But Latrice doesn't know the reason why Tambra isn't drinking is because Tambra is pregnant and she wants to keep that to herself. She's not ready to tell the ladies yet. So they are talking about, just health issues and stuff and just catching up. So Latrice tells Tambra she has fibroids and she's been putting off the surgery so much that, she can't put it off anymore because of the state of her cycle every month, when it bleeds heavily. And she was like, it needs to happen. And she's wondering if that's the reason why, she's not able to get pregnant like she wants to be, or Cliff wants her to be. And it is. Because as you know, when you do get pregnant, the fibroids does attack the embryo. So, the baby tends not to survive it. So Tambra tells us that's one reason she went in front of Congress to try and get more attention put on the fact that millions of Black women get fibroids, and there needs to be more study done as to find out why we do it and know if there can be some help for us, because of that, there's a lot of reasons why women don't get pregnant. She says she is an ultimate testimony because she's had it. She's done the surgery a number of times, and now she is about to have her miracle baby. So yes, it was good to see that scene. But I thought she was going to break down and tell Latrice, like, girl, yes, I've been through it, and I'm pregnant now. But nope, she didn't. She kept it. She still held that close to her breast. And I guess we already know, because she did put it on social media a couple of weeks ago. But we already know, and I'm guessing when she's going to let the ladies or the rest of the crew know what's going on with her. So that was the scene between Tambra and Latrice meeting up for drinks. Now we have rodeo day. And it is, like I said, so Gucci and JJ's event. Everybody comes in dressed in their best cowboy gear, how they think they should be, except for Tambra. Tambra comes in there in a whole sweatshirt. I guess she was trying to hide the baby bump. So she comes in a whole sweatshirt. Everybody else is dressed to the nine with their cowboy hats, their boots, their chaps, their belt buckles, and everything. I'm proud of Willie. Willie actually got up and sat on a bull, a real live bull. Willie did. JJ was like, yes, we're going to break him in. Not the Bronx, but Mississippi. Say it with me. Mississippi. I find JJ to be so funny. So now with Will getting on the bull, here come Cliff. He climbs on there and get his pictures taken and stuff. So then they went and they're seeing them doing the bull riding. They're seeing them doing the roping of the calves and stuff like that. We have Glenn trying to feed LeTisha popcorn. She was like, stop, don't even. Because at one point, Glenn calls Cliff over to come sit right behind him and LeTisha. And she's like, why you do that? I don't like Glenn. Why you come put him? I don't like Cliff. Why you come put him to sit right behind us? So that pissed Tisha off. And then here he's trying to feed her popcorn. She was like, no, thank you. Don't feed me no popcorn. So they watched the bull riding for a little bit. Then they went to the bar. They were like, you know what? We're going to have some fun some way because the bull riding was a little bit boring. The audience was scanty. I guess it wasn't a huge event, but the crowd was a little bit scanty. Then we see Marie comes and she says she had to be there for her daughter. I'm a mom first. I got to be there for my daughter's recital. And then she came. It so happened that she ended up sitting on her left. She had, I believe she had Cliff or Tambra or Latrice on her left, or like that whole line right there. And then on her right, she had Glenn. And then on Glenn's right, he had LeTisha. So it so happened she get Glenn in the midst. Like the last time we met, it wasn't so good. Glenn was like, well, you try to rent my wife a whole apartment and break my family up and stuff like that. So I guess the guys at the other end of the bar, which was Willie and JJ, saw what was happening to Glenn. He's like, come on, come over here, let us save you. So Glenn came out of that little circle and went to go hang out with the boys. Then now we have Aikisha, LeTisha, and Marie in a conversation because, as you know, Marie and Tambra and Marie and Latrice really don't get along. And I believe So Gucci was on the other side of her husband. She wasn't getting into all of that. So they were talking about the video that she saw and the fact she was telling Aikisha that she saw the video of Latrice saying that they were just co-workers. So Aikisha was like, no, you and I would consider co-workers. I consider you and Latrice friends. She was like, well, that's what I thought too, but according to Latrice, we just co-workers. So, I'm gonna start treating her as such. So Marie was saying, I keep telling y'all that girl is an opportunity. She's trying to use y'all. So they talked for a little bit at the bar, and then everybody went their way, and that was it. So now the last scene of the episode, we have Latrice visiting LeTisha at the office. She's coming for some help. She's saying that she had speaking engagement at a college in the cosmetology department, and she just needs some help to make sure that, she is telling a story and she's not just jumping all over the place. She wants to keep it flowing. And she knows that Latrice is good at that public speaking and could help her, set it up the way she wants it to be done. But surprise, surprise, girl, LeTisha took the opportunity to air all her grievances with her. First, she told her the way you acted at the Empowerment Brunch was wrong. She was like, you have people there who work 9 to 5 who are actually looking forward to that event to lift them up, and you kind of, make them feel worse about themselves. She said, well, that wasn't my intentions because I have my mom who's still working 9 to 5. LeTisha was like, yeah, and I have a sister who still works 9 to 5. And LeTisha was like, yes, I know. So I don't understand why you would come out and say something like that. And she said, the fact that you were drinking, we were supposed to be having mimosas, you're drinking Remy, that's hard liquor at that time of the day. And then you tipsy on the panel. That's not a good look because I want to be able to continue this year after year. And she's like, I'm not going to be able to invite you back to speak if this is the way you're going to behave in public. So LeTisha was like, girl, I'm not about to let you tear me down because that was not intention. So LeTisha was like, I'm not trying to tear you down. I'm just giving you feedback about what was said, what is going on, and what I expect from you going forward. So she was like, okay. She's like, and another thing, I saw that interview that you did saying that we're all co-workers. She's like, imagine I'm out here putting myself, getting in arguments with one of my very good friends for you, and for you to say an interview, say something like that hurt. She's like, well, Latrice was like, well, if you took it that way, I'm sorry, that was not my intention. But honestly, I don't feel like I'm part of the group. These ladies are constantly bashing me. She's like, they're constantly bashing me. All of them are constantly bashing me. And LeTisha was like, no, they're not. Not all of them. The only person out there, well, she didn't say this. I'm saying this. The only person that's out there bashing Latrice is Marie. Nobody else is coming at her. Those two are going to be clashing forever until they figure it out and stop what they're doing. But Latrice was like, you know what? Since I'm the problem, since I'm the common denominator, I could just excuse myself right now. So, girl, I don't know if Latrice is still on the show. Well, we'll find out next week. I didn't see anything in social media, but LeTisha allowed her to leave. She didn't even get to address what she came there for. She just made her feel so bad. And Latrice got up and left. And that is where the episode ended. LeTisha allowed her to walk right out that door. And that's not like LeTisha. She's always trying to patch everything and make the ladies feel better about themselves, make sure everybody works together. But she was mad as hell at Latrice for that. And I think she needed to be told about herself. She's like, you talking about everybody tearing you down, yet you're out here on social media tearing into everybody else. So yeah, Latrice and LeTisha aren't on good terms right now. So who is Latrice on good terms with? Just Tambra? All right, we'll see how things work out. But that is the recap and the review of the first episode of season 4 of Belle Collective, titled Belle Biv De Rodeo. So be sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to hear about more reality TV reviews, celebrity news, celebrity gossip, entertainment news, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like this video. And until next time, guys, be sure to take care of yourselves and your families. Bye-bye.